Hi there, it's Sandra here, and I was out walking and I was reflecting on a coach session which was quite intensive, um, super helpful as always, but just I kind of like to clear my head once I've been in a very significant kind of head emotional place. I was with a client who has had a bit of a kicking, if I'm honest. They were all set for promotion and they've been working extraordinarily hard, ticked all the right boxes, and they found that despite assurances they were doing everything the right way, they've now been told it's not going to happen. And it's hard. It's really hard to get that kick in the gut, isn't it? And when you sort of follow the rules and you do what you're supposed to do, but there's always something more behind it. There'll be some rich learning in it at lots of levels, and we were unpicking some of that actually. And it reminded me of one of our members of the WLA programme, the Women Leaders Association, who was very, very bright, very capable. And this happened probably about 2 or 3 years ago now. And she was all destined for a promotion and ended up being usurped by an external candidate that she wasn't aware that it was going to be that process. And she was angry, which is a natural reaction, isn't it? And she got quite emotional. So you get that combination of judgment and blame, and then self-worth issues coming up, and obviously lots and lots of things can happen, and that's all very natural. And what really I was so admiring about this member was after that initial kicking, if you like, she then thought, actually, I need to learn from this. I'm going to support this new person, and I'm going to be humble and not let my ego get in the way, and I'm going to do everything I can to support her and to learn everything I can about me in terms of what's happened here. And that's what she did. She absolutely did. And I all kudos to her, because a lot of people would go, stuff this, stuff the organisation, I'm off. And she did, she supported, and lo and behold, within 12 months, this individual had left the organisation. She wasn't the right fit, and she was offered a promotion, which she gracefully took, and she was doing a brilliant job. And subsequently, as a result of that, has gone on to land a board role in a global organisation and is absolutely flying. And there is something about having to have some humility, I guess, and realising that there's always something better around the corner. There's always a reason why these things happen. We often don't see it at the time. I know myself, it happens when I run a business, that sort of things keep going off track, and you kind of think, what is it? But there's always something. Either I have to learn about me and the way I'm showing up and what I feel to be true, or a belief that needs shifting, or there's something bigger and better around the corner in terms of the work that I'm doing and who I'm supporting. And I just wanted to share that, actually, that you might be feeling as though life's dealing you a tough card at the moment. You might be going through a bit of just a bit of angst and a bit of kind of that anger, and that's fine. Work through it and take the learnings. Every single time there is richness. If you can learn from the situation, if you can hold the mirror up, because I believe we create every situation that happens to us. You might not believe that truth, but I believe it is absolutely true, and it's horrible sometimes, because you're like, but it doesn't seem fair or right. But I promise you, there's a way in which you're showing up, there's a way in which you're behaving, there's a way in which you're interacting, there's a way in which you believe your belief patterns are playing out that is making you feel, that is creating the situation around you. And there's a lovely, amazing learning. And if you can detach yourself emotionally and look at what is it that's going on here, and invite other people to support you, trusted advisors and colleagues, where you can get that different perspective, and then you get the learning, and bingo, you're ready to go again. So I wanted to share that with you today. If you haven't yet signed up, I'd love to share some more insights and thoughts with you around the feminine and the leadership model that is shifting in the world, and what I believe we need to do as women, and why it's such a brilliant time for us. Honestly, it is. Even though I know it feels hard and a lot of us are overwhelmed, there is some absolute golden threads coming through all of this. So I'd love to share some of my thinking. I'd love to talk to you about what we get up to in the WLA, and why I believe we have an amazing programme for women who are working in corporate and want to have more impact, and perhaps have more confidence, more courage, and and to be surrounded by other amazing people. So please do sign up, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care.